about a 7-year period of gestation for that thing to evolve into an experiment, which didn't work worth a darn. I'll accept the credit for some of the ideas, but gee whiz, it takes people to do that 98% perspiration. I've done some of that perspiration myself.
We're about to look at something truly unique and special. This is probably the most advanced earbuds I have ever brought into the studio, the Klipsch T5 Series 2 ANC McLaren. Of course, this is a joint collaboration with McLaren, the racing giant. Already it is turning some heads. I mean, just look at that carbon fiber case wrapped in a co-molded outer shell inspired by McLaren F1 car tires. If that's not enough to grab your attention, it also comes with a matching wireless charging pad. It's a combo pad, so you can charge 2 different devices at once, perhaps your phone at the same time as the earbuds. So far, there's nothing quite like this in the market, but how does it compare to the competition like the Sony WF-1000XM4? We're going to look at how good the Klipsch is in terms of these 6 metrics, and you guys will also get the chance to hear some call quality and noise cancelling samples, so stick around for that. By the way guys, I put up a couple of videos every single week, so if you like my content, please subscribe and ring the notifications bell to stay notified of new content from this channel. In terms of fit, I like that these are so easy to wear and they do stay pretty snug in my ears. Of course, you'll be getting Klipsch's signature bullet-shaped ear tips, so these do offer great noise isolation, which will make its noise cancelling performance more effective. Plus, they are stable enough for everyday general use. That being said, I wouldn't risk using them for intensive sports because these don't have stability fins, so they don't have anything that's gonna help lock them in place better. These are after all pretty expensive earbuds and I don't want to risk them flying out of my ears. However, if I compare its comfort with the Sony's, these are going to be a little more comfortable to wear because the Sony's use foam tips. Yes, there are some benefits to using foam tips as we'll be seeing in a moment, but foam tips are typically less comfortable than silicone. Now, the base specs of the earbuds may not look so impressive, especially when you compare them to something like the Sony WF-1000XM4. For example, it's got Bluetooth 5 instead of the latest Bluetooth 5.2, up to 5 hours of charge at the earbuds, and an extra 15 hours in the case with ANC. The Sonys have 8 plus 16, so that's a little longer, and it doesn't support high-res streaming over codecs like LDAC. But these are some of the most advanced earbuds I have ever seen. It's powered by technology like Bragi Moves. This is something which enables head tracking, so you can control your earbuds with head movements instead of pressing the buttons like nodding to accept a call or shaking your head 3 times to skip tracks. This could be useful in some scenarios like when you're riding a bike or if you have your hands full with groceries. When I was trying this out, shaking my head to skip tracks, it worked pretty well, but only when I shake my head in an obvious way, like all 3 times, and at least 45 degrees to the right, so it's gotta be super obvious. So when you're doing it, it's pretty visible to others, and outside you might get awkward stares from people. So for me, I'm probably gonna use this feature only as a backup. However, one gripe I have is that you can only shake your head to skip tracks like 10 seconds into the song. After that, you'll have to use the buttons. So it would have been nice if I could do this anytime I needed to use it and not just within the first 10 seconds of the song. Bragi Moves is also integrated into the Klipsch Connect app, which lets you customize these earbuds button and gesture controls, sound quality using a graphic EQ or 6 different EQ presets, and it also allows you to get software updates. Yes, it's not as feature-rich as Sony's Headphones Connect app for the XM4, but in my opinion, it more than gets the job done. It also has technology that enhances sound quality, something like Sony's DSEE Extreme, but this one's called Direct HD, which, and I'm paraphrasing here, is for optimizing the earbud's sound signature and expands the way you experience music by improving staging, vocal clarity, crispness, and bass fidelity. They seem to be making some really big claims here, but when I was testing these earbuds, Direct HD does work very well, to an extent. Without switching on Direct HD, these do sound pretty great already. Klipsch has largely kept their signature tuning, so you'll be getting that hefty thump and impact in the bass and the bright sizzle in the highs. In terms of sound staging, they aren't as open or as airy as the Sony's, and its track separation isn't as clean. Also, it did sound a little laid back and muddy in the mids, but this is where Direct HD comes in. With Direct HD switched on, I can pick up a very noticeable boost in clarity, gain, and crispness in the highs and upper mids. There was also an improvement in terms of track separation, detail level, presence. Its sound staging was also much more airy than before. Other than that, bass performance remained largely the same, but yes, Direct HD is gonna improve the T5 ANC's sound quality. The difference is probably just as drastic as what I got with Sony's DSE Extreme audio upscaling, and with Direct HD, the T5 ANC can go toe-to-toe with the Sony's. Pretty impressive stuff if you ask me. By the way, Direct HD also has another side effect, which makes me question whether it's worth turning on in the first place. This is something I'm going to talk about in the conclusion, so stick around for that. Right now, I'm going to compare its call quality to the Sony's, and as usual, I'm going to play some really loud cafe-style background noise to simulate making a phone call in a noisy cafe. I am now making a phone call in a noisy place using the Klipsch T5 ANC. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Then he turned to the dog and said, "Hey, it's time for lunch, let's go." I am now making a phone call in a noisy place using the Sony WF-1000XM4. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Then he turned to the dog and said, "Hey, it's time for lunch, let's go." So it seems like in terms of microphone pickup, the Klipsch doesn't sound as clean in the background compared to the Sony's, and my voice also sounded rather distant. In other words, you may get better results when making phone calls with the Klipsch in a quiet place, but when in noisy places, the Sony's will sound better to whoever's on the call with you. For the noise cancelling test, I'm going to play the same background noise as before. Let's see which of these earbuds have better ANC.
Noise cancelling.
So here we see that the Klipsch is quite effective at cancelling noise, especially in the lower frequencies, but the Sony's are quieter overall. And some possible reasons why that may be the case is that the Sony's use foam tips, which will help with blocking mid-range noises, and its active noise cancelling does cut a little deeper than the Klipsch. But to be honest, for everyday usage, the Klipsch already does offer a pretty decent level of ANC. Right now, we're going to look at how much Bluetooth audio lag the Klipsch has when playing games and watching videos on both Apple and Android devices. The Apple device that I'm going to use is the iPhone SE 2020 because I can't really afford the iPhone 13 yet, but never mind. For Android, I'm going to use the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. First, the gaming audio lag test. As a reference point, let's see what the internal latency looks like on the iPhone SE. This is audio straight from the iPhone speaker. Now the T5 ANC, then the Sony WF-1000XM4, and then we repeat the same test on the S21 Ultra. So it appears that on iOS, the Klipsch has lower latency than the Sony's, but on Android, they had about the same amount of lag. So overall, I'd say that the Klipsch is a little better in terms of low latency, but please note that this only applies to playing games or real-time content. If you're watching videos on your phone using apps like YouTube or Netflix, you won't be getting much or any lag at all because these apps have their own latency correction that automatically delays the video so that it synchronizes better with the audio, like this. Hey, what's up guys? As we all know, there's been a new firmware update for the AirPods Pro. This one's called 4A400 and it replaces firmware number 3E751. As usual, Apple didn't publish any release notes. Hey, what's up guys? As we all know, there's been a new firmware update for the AirPods Pro. This one's called 4A400 and it replaces firmware number 3E751. As usual, Apple didn't publish any release notes. To conclude, I think the T5 ANC has a lot to offer. These are some very advanced earbuds that deliver great sound quality, especially with direct HD, decent ANC performance, and some bonus tricks from Bragi Move that makes these earbuds extra interesting. Plus, if you get the McLaren version, you get a free combo charging pad and that unique styling and design that separates these from the rest of the crowd. Now, there are some things that I want to see some improvements on. For example, when customizing the EQ using the graphic equalizer, it takes a while for each adjustment to load, so eventually it becomes a tedious process. You can also only customize the left earbud controls, and when you activate Direct HD, it has a big impact on latency. That is probably due to the extended signal path, but this also means that you gotta switch off Direct HD before playing games or enjoying real-time content if you wanna have a smoother experience, of course. Battery life isn't exactly way up there. I mean, at this price, I would have expected it to have at least 24 hours of total charge with ANC, just like the Sony's. However, this doesn't change the fact that I am super impressed with what Klipsch has to offer with these earbuds. These are definitely worth a look, the Klipsch T5 Series 2 ANC. By the way guys, if there's a product you want me to compare the Klipsch to, let me know in the comments. I've got more videos coming up soon, so be sure to subscribe and ring the notifications bell so that you never miss another video from this channel. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and share. Also, a big shout out to my friends on this list who supports this channel by contributing $1 or more per month through the crowdfunding website Patreon. If you want to have your name on that list too, do join me on Patreon. Not only can you help keep this show going, you gain some pretty cool rewards too, like having your name displayed at the end of every video. How cool is that? And at the highest tier level, you can even get free merch. So link is in the box down below if you want to help support my work. I've also got a Discord server. Do join if you want to hang out. More videos coming up soon, so don't go away.